Hi, thanks for joining us today.
Hello, thank you so much for your invitation. I feel so blessed and honored to be here and speak to people about our days, about leadership, about well-being, and its huge impact upon our life.
Pleasure is all mine, and I'm very excited to hear your today conversation about well-being and its impact on women leadership. So please go ahead with your formal introduction and your speech as well.
Thank you so much. I would like to say hello to everyone, and I am so pleased to be here and share from my well-being ideas because every one of us can be happy if we can achieve and maintain a state of inner well-being. I am a coach for executives and high performance achievers. For a long time ago, I used to be a businessman in Denmark. I was living there, and I was working in an international business environment. But at a moment in my life, a crucial moment in my life, I had an accident, and it gave me severe health issue. That's why I had to stop my career as a businessman. It took me some years to recover, and in this time I took a lot of medical treatments, but at the same time I started to work much on my personal development and growth. And at the same time taking schools for coaching and for leadership and personal development and NLP, because I realized how important it is for us as people to update ourselves, because everything is changing around us, but we are tempted to remain the same. So during this learning period, which I think it was the most difficult for me, the most difficult learning period of my life, I could upgrade myself. I could find out things that I didn't know about before, about how we work, how we are functioning as people, how our mind is functioning, how important it is to have an emotional intelligence, how important it is to have control upon ourselves. So in this way, I became a coach, and I am very happy for that, because I decided to become a coach and help other people to live successful and have a fulfilling life. Many of us believe that if we have success, it is enough, but it is not enough if we are not fulfilled. And in the last 10 years, since I'm working with people, most of them executives and entrepreneurs and people who want high achievements in their lives, we approach lots of different objectives and topics, from the more simple one like time management and productivity, and up to the whole life as an objective. And of course, we had different approaches depending on everyone's wishes, but something was always in common, and it was this state of inner well-being, because people realized that no matter you achieve from outside, maybe material goods, maybe some position in your company or your society, maybe vacation or luxurious things. If you don't have a state of inner well-being, your life cannot be very easy, because the external things that gives you a state of inner well-being disappear very quick. And especially in crisis period and in period of challenges, we need to access this state of well-being from inside of us. And I've chosen this subject for today because I think it is so relevant, because as leaders, we need to have a strong character, a strong personality, and we have to be quiet inside ourselves. we cannot lead and inspire people if we cannot do that from a place of happiness, a place of well-being from inside of us. I used to say that we are like water. When it is agitated, you cannot see the stones and the sand, at the base of it. But when it is clear, you can see everything and you can make the right decision and you can make the best for people and you can talk with people and talk to people in the best possible way because you are full of resourcefulness, you are full of ideas and you can give lots of inspiration. And I think that the most important for you to achieve this state is to be aware upon your thoughts and feelings because our state of being is created from our thoughts and our feelings. And those two have a big impact upon our action and our results. So that's why in my work with people, I approach always this subject, the state of your inner well-being. In the last year, I focused much upon this subject because as all of us knows, our world is changing so quick and there are lots of challenges and we need to remain quiet. We need to remain vigilant at the same time. We need to manage things from a place of balance inside, from a place of love and kindness. And as leaders, we need to help our people to feel trust and to feel safety and to feel that they can always have support in us. Actually, all of us are leaders. Every mother is a leader, every wife is a leader, every student is a leader, every young person or child can be a leader for the others. So, we need to support each other and we need to do that from a place of inner peace and happiness. So I think that it would be a good idea to share with you 4 things that could help you to achieve and maintain your state of inner well-being. And one of the most important is self-awareness. We are using actually in coaching very much self-awareness because it is very important that you in every moment are aware about your thoughts and your feelings. Because sometimes we are thinking thoughts that cannot help us, cannot empower us, and it is actually the opposite. So we need to be aware of our thoughts and our feelings and see how can we do to change them. I don't want to be misunderstood because, of course, we need to see also things which are not so nice around us. We need to also have the thoughts that are not positive all the time. But the most important is to not remain in them because, as I told you before, the thoughts create our feelings and our feelings create our state, which create or has huge impact upon our action and our results. So self-awareness, it is one of the things. The second thing is create a positive, strong growth mindset. And it is again to use your focus and directed toward solution, directed to positive things, to positive expectation, directed to something you want to increase, because where we direct our focus, it usually grows. So if you direct your focus on something good, the good will increase. A third thing is authenticity, because you cannot inspire people, you cannot have a state of inner well-being if you act from a state of non-authenticity. And many people tell me, Irina, if I am authentic, I risk to get some people unfriendly. And I say, no, you can always tell things and do things in such a way that you can keep your authenticity and at the same time make people around you being satisfied and being well. And another thing, the fourth thing, which I think is extremely important, is focus. Focus is determining every moment how your state of being is, because if you are focusing in one way or another, you can get a kind of emotion or another emotion. And we are emotional human beings, and it is so important to focus on things that empower us, that make us better, that make us kinder, that make us more loving. So I do hope I could give you some ideas regarding this state of inner well-being, and I hope you can use them in achieving this state, because I think it is crucial for the leaders in our days. It's crucial to have the state of well-being and act from this state. We can only lead people and inspire people from a state of inner well-being.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I think in the COVID-19, we saw the statistics that the mental health issues has increased tremendously, and the people like you can play a key role in sorting out these issues when people are stuck at home. Outside there is a COVID, and same time the financial situations are distorting, and there's a lot of unsaid things in a woman and a man's mind, which you are an expert to address on. So I have a question, like how important is for everyone to get a mentor and a coach like you, and what role you can play in their professional and personal life to change?
I think it is crucial. And why? Because, there are lots of information. And I used to say, no matter if you have information, if you don't have the wisdom to use it, it doesn't help so much. So I know there is a lot of information, but we need to think that we are unique. We are so different from each other. Despite the thought we are, all of us, we create the world, but every one of us has own experiences, own beliefs, own values, own way to think and act. And that's why, as a coach, you can help the person to become aware of who the person is, first or foremost, and then to work with his mind or her mind, his emotion and her emotion, and see things from another perspective. And I think it is crucial, again, to work with yourself on your personal development and become so quiet and safe inside of you, because people are used to be afraid very quick and become a victim of the condition from outside. And I know we cannot change the conditions from outside of us, but we can change us inside of us. And I can remember so very well when I was sick in many years, actually, I couldn't do so much physically, and it was doesn't matter which material things and I had at that time. The most important for me was to regain my state of inner well-being in order for me to get healthy again. It was crucial. And in our days, in our world with this COVID situation, I think it is a must. And coming back to your question, I think a coach can help people to do that, because when you are working with yourself in this emotional and thoughts mix, you cannot detach from the situation. Someone told me once, if you are in a picture, you cannot see the frame. And it is very true. A coach can take you from the picture in order for you to see the frame and the whole context of life. So you can, in this way, to rearrange the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, and trust in yourself and the power inside of you. Because every one of us have such a power inside of us. Of course, from our Creator, but we need to trust in ourselves, because we can do so much. I don't know if you know this example, a mother who can take a car from her child. So a car who is so heavy, he could just do that because she wanted to save her child. So yes, I think it is very important that every person have a mentor, a coach, someone who can help the person to think in a clear way and to see what it works, what doesn't work, and how the person needs to do in order for the person to move on. And to keep this balance, because life change, the world is changing all the time, and we need to keep the balance inside. When we are in balance, we can do everything. We can go through everything. And we do this alone and with all the other people. But we have a responsibility to become well with ourselves, because we are so complex, we are so performative, but we need to take care of us and put to the world everything we can do, and we can do so much alone and together. And when we do that together, it is amazing. We can go through this crisis we are experiencing in the world, because we can do that.
You're right, amazing. Like you summarize the things in a very nice way, and it recalled me few things which I studied about subconscious change management and relationship psychologies, and which affects the human mind. And if we can affect the human mind, we can bring a positivity in their brain, and this positivity will reflect from the personality. And you are right that we are a different person in our life. Maybe every 5 years we change. I noticed that when I was too young, maybe in a junior school, my mom, where she used to say that anyone guest comes in the home, I used to hide, and I don't want to meet anyone. I don't want to go to the relatives. And at a particular time in my life, I meet 1,000 people in a year, and all are front-end interactive discussions, making deals. So the same child behaved in a different way when you put them into a different situation. And it's always, yes, it's very important that you know your deficiency and you work on it to convert them into your power. So once you when you convert your deficiency in your power, you will become a double action person. That's what I actually exercise myself, and I see in the successful people as well.
Yes.
So your talks are really interesting and value added, and I'm sure that it's very delightful to listen you, but time does not permit. So, well, I request you to do a closing remarks for the day.
Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to thank you so much because you organize such events, and we have possibility to share among us ideas and to help each other and to build a better world. And I would like to tell everyone that it is a good thing to remind ourselves in every moment that first we need to get a state of inner well-being and then act, then make the call, take the decision, make the discussion, talk to people or talk with people, but first and foremost, become aligned with yourself. And thank you again so much. And it was delightful for me, and it was an honor to come here to this meeting.
Thank you very much for joining us.